Okay, y'all, I'm not putting myself on the video looking rough again, but Jones, New York, signature Gardenia and Oud. Pretty colors. I'm going to begin with saying I most definitely personally feel that this is unisex. In my opinion, this is totally unisex. Here is the bottle. And before I mention the notes and look on Fragrantica and everything, I'm going to say, in my opinion, this is a spicy, but watery. Not watery as in aquatic, but watery. It says it has a watery floral. Watery as in actually watery. Not like ocean, not like sea water or anything like that, just watery. So like spicy, watery, slightly blended coconut, a little bit creamy, and a little woody. So of course it's called Gardenia and Oud. Now this was not very floral to me to begin with, and I've tried this many times since I originally bought it. To me it was mainly exactly how I just described it. But after reading on Fragrantica, just taking into consideration some other people's thoughts, then I began to, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, it is. Now, of course, I smell the floral. So it's just so funny how much words and other people's thoughts can actually influence how you perceive anything, really, but smells in particular. So, yeah, and so that's just, it's totally unisex to me, and I think it's best in like summer, possibly spring, day or night, but really nice at night. I like this, but I do think this would smell really nice on a man, like in a summer evening. So now let's just read what the back says. So it says, a luscious fragrance bursting with gardenias. Let me just say too, y'all, the florals and the coconut are just like very well blended in here. To me, like I said, it's mostly peppery and kind of like this watery, woody smell. So it's nice. It's kind of unique smelling. So a luscious fragrance bursting with gardenia, tender white florals mingled with the carnal notes of oud, sparkling bergamot, and aquatic blossoms accent a heart emanating of pink peppercorn, balanced by the richness of tuberose and creamy coconut. A velvety finish of amberwood and sandalwood creates the captivating feel of moonlit enchantment. I actually think that's a great description because, yeah, the moonlit enchantment, the aquatic blossoms, the peppercorn and the oud. It's kind of luscious, but like I said, peppery, spicy. That watery coconut. It's just really nice. And by the way, after I did begin smelling the florals in this, florals does not mean just feminine, as you guys already know, but like it does not smell like this. I'm just using this as an example. Like this tuberose overdose is obviously unisex, and this is pretty, but I've already reviewed this, and it doesn't last, by the way, but that's kind of like supposed to be like a floral woody. I'm not comparing these two fragrances. I'm just pointing out like that's a unisex fragrance with the tuberose and totally unisex. But this is more unisex. This is, in my opinion, far more unisex than this Banana Republic unisex. So there's the bottle, pretty colors. And I think I got this for like $9.99. I have one other by Jones New York signature. I have the rose and musk, and that's one of the things I sent to my daughter's house. But what a great, oh no, I take that back. I also have the rare vanilla blossom, which is really good. I really like that one, and I have kept that one here. But yeah, I just really like the colors on this. So now, since I gave you just a general idea of what I think it smells like and how I think it's very unisex, I just want to read the notes on Fragrantica and then kind of read what some other people say and what I agree with and disagree with. So you can hang out for that or try it out. It's only $9.99. I would love to hear what y'all think, especially um, guys or male identifying people. I'm just like, I would like to know what y'all think about wearing it, especially. Well, everybody's thoughts. So let me pull up Fragrantica. So yeah, it came out in 2020, by the way. So you see that gardenia, tuberose, coconut, argarwood, sandalwood, bergamot, pink pepper, water, flowers, and amber. Um, I now can smell like the gardenia and tuberose, y'all. Like I said, that's why I kind of pulled that out just as an example. But it's so well blended. On other people's skin, when I read through the reviews, I guess the florals popped for them first. But there are some people who are like me, who are just like, it's spicy. And then some people said it was extremely oud, which this is not. It's, if anything, it's a watery woodiness, which is really nice and just kind of, I don't know, it sounds like the description on the box, like summertime at night. This would just be spicy, coconutty, watery, and just really nice on a man or a woman. And let's see, hold on. Y'all, I thought I hit record and I didn't. I hope I'm not repeating myself. So yeah, here's the notes. Gardenia, tuberose, coconut, argarwood, sandalwood, bergamot, pink pepper, and water flowers, amber. This is all so well blended, but what really pops for me is that pink pepper. And it's like that watery wood and coconut. The gardenia and tuberose are really, really well blended. And, in the reviews, some people, I know chemistry really matters. The floral must have really popped for them first, whereas I had to really pick it apart and think about it. And I'm like, yeah, the florals are there, but it's just really well blended with the spicy, creamy, coconutty, watery woodiness. So, yeah, and this came out in 2020, so let's just look through the other people's reviews. Well, first, longevity. I sprayed this. I've tested it many times before, but I sprayed it again today, and I was going to review it earlier, and I still smell it on my jacket and arms. So, and now it's like, gosh, it's like midnight or later. I can't remember. Oh, no, wait. No, I was right. There, it's midnight. Um, and, somebody else told me, it came in the house and said, gosh, it's really strong. And I guess I was going nose blind because I smelled it, but it didn't seem strong to me, although it did to the other person. Yeah, I have that one. And anyway, I have the Rare Vanilla Blossom, which is good too. So people were saying, look, some people voted it unisex, but that's not a lot of votes. I definitely say it's unisex. So even though there's not a lot of votes on here, there are some that, like me, still voted it unisex. Now, some people said that it smells like this Kim Kardashian, which I have a small bottle of somewhere. No, actually, I think I sent that one to my daughter's house too. When I think about it, yeah, maybe because of that like spiciness, but the Kim Kardashian is more floral than this. And I'm really surprised that 3 people would say it smells like Gucci. What the hell? Why won't my phone focus? Anyhow, I know I don't think it's that floral. But, I mean, it's there, but it's just so blended. Why isn't this? Okay, let's look. Hold on. Okay, this lady. Within seconds of testing this, one spray on my forearm, I'm just stunned. I'm not a nose, but I detect 2 distinct scent families that would never play together well, but for some unexplainable reason, they work. It's almost like a contrast of light and dark, heavy and airy, young and old, sweet and sarcastic. And if this lasts on me for more than an hour and my boyfriend isn't repulsed by the scent, I may have finally found my signature scent. No need to ask how long I've been looking, but you could see my collection of scents to get an idea of how old I am. I've worn Jones New York clothing for work for years. Now they're completely taking me by surprise with their perfume collection. Who knew? So she doesn't really say a lot other than she likes it, and it's kind of contrasting. But what I will agree with is kind of like, it's a bit dark, but yet light. It's dark with the pepper and the watery coconut, but it's light with the wateriness. I wouldn't necessarily say airy. I would call it like watery. Again, not aquatic as in beachy or salty sea, but just watery. Let's look somewhere else. Let's look for somebody who doesn't like it. This person, this was extremely heavy on the oud against my body chemistry. Oh, see, it's a chemistry thing because it is not at all that way on me. Not at all. It's a mature woman for sure. I guess that depends on what you mean. You know, it's not like a super youthful, sugary perfume, that's for sure. During the dry down of the fragrance, the gardenia was prominent on my skin. However, the oud note overpowered my skin. That does not happen on me whatsoever. The scent lasted on my skin for about 4 hours and did not need to respray at all. It's pretty lasting. I purchased this, you know, particularly for a $9.99 perfume, but it's nice anyway, regardless of the price. About 2 months ago, and I just sprayed it on today, the barnyard scent. Okay, y'all, I don't get any of the barnyard oud whatsoever. Scent was strong on my body chemistry, and I like the oud note. Depending on how it's blended may have dictated why I just like it and not love it. I will have to pair this with a couple of other fragrances I have with oud in it to see. See this person. This is really pretty coming from someone who does not like oud or soliflor gardenia, but Jones New York blends this so well that it's very wearable for me. I think it's very well blended too. Again, for me, it's the spiciness, the pepperiness. Gardenia is at the heart, and the other notes complement it to perfection. Let me say, I love gardenia, but this is not popping gardenia to me. I just think it's really well blended in there. Wait. Gardenia is at the heart, and the other notes complement it to perfection, adding a cozy, lactonic quality, slightly sweet, but naturally so. Fresh, even slightly watery, like fresh dew on flowers. But still good performance. Reminds me of a beautiful painting of a moonlit garden with gardenia as the focal point. The oud is not really detectable in this. That's more like how I feel. There's like a watery woodiness. If ever there was a light, I guess if you want to call this oud, summer, hot weather, so-called oud that you could wear, this would be it, because it's like a lush, watery version. I don't even know if lush is, lush, watery. The oud is not really detectable in this 4 hours on skin. Much better performance on clothes, for sure. But for $10 perfume from Ross, I'm not complaining. This would be beautiful on spring nights. I see this as more feminine leaning, as I associate gardenia with the perfume my grandmother would wear, but it's balanced and modernized a bit. Very floral. It's not extremely floral on me. Otherwise, I like what she says earlier in her description. And notice she said feminine leaning, so she too must think that there's some unisex quality to it. Okay, I'll just read this one too. I recently found this fragrance at my local Burlington, and having enjoyed Rare Vanilla Blossoms, which I really enjoy that too, y'all. I have already reviewed it. That is very yummy and dries down to a sweet brown sugar. But anyhow, from this house very much, decided to give this one a try and blind bought it. Now I am definitely not a fan of gardenia fragrances. I am. Since they don't resonate with me, making me feel like it's more womanly and mature scent. But for some reason, this combination in the name of gardenia and oud, like I said, after it was in my head and I actually was walking around outside, then I was smelling the florals. After all, gardenia is in its name, so I guess I'm just saying it doesn't smell overly gardenia to me because I have things that are super gardenia, and this is just, this has gardenia and oud. I don't think it's super gardenia or super oud. So, but it's just a watery, beautiful, coconutty, spicy blend of it. Along with the notes listed, really piqued my interest, and for the price, there wasn't much to lose. As soon as I sprayed this perfume, it reminded me immediately of a well-known designer fragrance, Black Orchid by Tom Ford. I think she must be saying that with that peppery coconutty kind of vibe. Spicy, you know. I even decided to spray both side by side, and while in the opening they smell super similar, a few different nuances here and there, on the dry down they smell extremely similar. I would say that there are some similarities, but I certainly would not compare them side by side and say that they were super similar. However, I respect that that's her opinion. If I were to close my eyes and smell this without knowing what it was, the first thing that would come to my mind is black orchid immediately. I wouldn't say that, but you know, perhaps there's a little tiny distant relation to, say, the Versace Crystal Noir, which I love. You know, of course, that has coconut in it too. So this, I like this. Anyhow, it just amazes me how similar they are. I don't think this is a dupe, as I believe it wasn't meant to be one, but truly it smells so similar that anyone who has smelled black orchid will immediately recognize that dark, spicy, almost cola-like floral fragrance. Okay, I agree with the dark and spicy, but I don't think that this has the cola smell. I've got and smelled plenty of things that do have that cola smell, and this doesn't have that part. But dark, spicy, it has part of this. As somebody mentioned earlier, dark yet light too, but definitely spicy. A perfume that smells of black orchid for $9.99, an instant win. Truly, if you like the Tom Ford fragrance, but for any reason don't or can't obtain it, get this. It will do great as a black orchid alternative on a budget. Longevity and projection extremely adequate for a $9.99 perfume. While clearly not a beast fragrance like black orchid, I believe the notes and composition make this fragrance stand out and stick around in a moderate way. Definitely worth checking out for black orchid fans or fans of darker floral fragrances. So yeah, I definitely got the florals after I was, you know, considering other people's thoughts and then going outside in the breeze. Now, right now it is January and it was not warm today. However, I think it was in the upper 40s, maybe low 50s, but I think upper 40s. We've had a colder snap than it was previously, but our nights have been getting down in the 20s. So out in the cool air, you know, it was breezy. I was picking up those florals, very well blended, creamy florals with the watery coconut, watery peppery wood slash oud, I guess. And it was and is really nice. Now, I think this is going to be fantastic on summer nights, on us ladies, and on you guys, you men for sure. If you guys see this, it's $9.99. Please pick it up and please share your thoughts. Pretty. I'm going to get more of these Jones New York Signature. They seem to be a really great value. So yeah, there you go. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Please like and subscribe. Thank you so much. See you soon.